got all the letters of Fatima's name in it when I spelled it. I just jumbled them all up in the different way. All right. Hi, everybody. How are you guys tonight? It is good to be here. It is good to be here. I have my hair pulled up in a thing in the back because it's just getting too long and it's gone crazy. So I don't get it cut for another couple weeks, and I was like driving me nuts. I had to stop from just chopping myself. Boy, my hairdresser gets mad at me when I do that. So I don't want to risk Angel's wrath. So anyway, how is everybody tonight? It's good to have you here. I have Linda's here. I see that. And Madonna's here and Fatima's here. Yay. It's so good to have you guys here. You've cut your hair for years. Maybe it's as curly as mine, but yeah, it's pretty. All these little curl families, they're called. Each one is a little curl family, and she pulls them apart and cuts each one individually to make it do what it's supposed to do. But I had to miss the last appointment because I had scheduled it during sometime I was going to be gone. I completely goofed, and then she was just so busy. It's just hard. I don't get it. Yeah. You know, you cut it wet. Oh, yeah, see. We do that. We end up with little either Rosanna Dana hair or little fuzzy heads, and it's not a pretty sight. All right, so that's today. And what else did we do? Oh, my car had to go in for an oil change, and it's got a couple other things, which is kind of a couple things. Oh, well, that's what happens with that kind of stuff. If you notice behind me, you guys, you see that back there? Perhaps you do, perhaps you don't. I'll pull it up a little bit. Oops, there you go. It's supposed to be. Anyway, something is still, I rearranged my back part. I rearranged stuff. So I've got a new I took a cabinet so I could put some stuff over here, and I got my cameras up here and around behind me. And so I also moved all the artwork that you guys have sent me and stuff like that over there so I could see it and be inspired. But I kind of cleaned up my background. Put my old cameras up there. Right here is my camera that I've had longer than I've had Bob, that I bought myself. And then up there is the one from my grandmother. And then over here is the case to it plus Aunt Susie's. This one still has a roll of film in it. Whoa! My great Aunt Susie. And then that is an old Polaroid and a couple other Canons and another Brownie. My best friend Barb, her dad was a merchant marine, and he photographed all over the place. And he was a merchant marine during World War II and the Korean War, and then part of Vietnam too. And so I got his camera stuff. It was crazy. Anyway, Trebby, with Mix Me, your hubby cut your hair with Mix. Oh man, I cut Bob's. The pics are gone. There's a couple pictures over here still, but the other ones are all over there. I've got them where I can see them. I made it kind of a new gallery wall. It's all in preparation for the shed to get done so that I can get things. It's kind of, I needed to do a little bit of decluttering for myself, and I needed to be able to see things there and not, just kind of that way. Anyway, hi Larry, nice to have you here. Good to have you here. Yay. Hi Angie, if you're around too. So it's a nice kind of, it's a little, this looks like the smoke's starting to roll back in over here, but at least we had some rain the other night, which cleared the sky out nicely. But so I know said I thought I was going to read the crayon book, but it had to go back to the library. Now I'm on a wait list for it because I didn't get it done. So I have a couple other books, and they're just gorgeous. And they're just kind of, I just, they kind of expressed how I was feeling about you guys and how wonderful it is to be able to do this and to have a group of people that, I just feel like I can express with and I can share these things, and it's just nice. Come on. And so I have them to share tonight, and that's what I'm going to do. So let's see if I go here. So here is this, the author of the first book is Danielle Dufayet, and she's been an artist all her life. Her mother, artist Suzanne Sable, and her father, Pierre Dufayet, were extraordinary artists. Both came to the United States from Paris, France. She was born in Yonkers and raised in Monterey, California. She studied art through private tutorship, various classes and workshops. And when she was young, she learned cartooning. She went on to her own stained glass designs and stuff. And so she's done a whole bunch of places. She's been in galleries up and down Carmel, Ventana Gallery, all kinds of places on that. She had a one-woman show at a woman's wellspring in Monterey, California, all sorts of things. But she says, when I paint, I'm completely in the present, yet lost in another world of complete and joy spontaneity. She does some really pretty, I saw this one, her sacred geometry paintings. They looked really cool on things. So she has a real, but she's the author of this book. The home page, trees, like she has a really pretty style. But she's not the illustrator in this book. The illustrator for this book is somebody named Jennifer Zivion. And she's illustrated more than 40 books, and her art has appeared in children's magazine, including Highlights, High Five, and Clubhouse Junior. She's gotten medals for Mom's Choice, Children's Museum of Indianapolis, and she's featured her art in a special Pirates and Princesses exhibit, which I think is pretty cool. She's done artwork for celebrity picture books from Bill O'Reilly to James Patterson and Guns N' Roses. And she recently made her debut as an author with her book Puka and Bunny. I haven't seen that one. But she is the illustrator of this book, which I thought was really interesting, that the author is also an artist, but she did not do the art for her own book. And the book that I'm going to read that they did is called Fantastic You. Yeah. This is for you guys. Fantastic You. I think you each and every one. It says, I was trying to see if it says what she did the art in. Doesn't say. But this is Fantastic You by, again, Danielle Dufayet and illustrated by Jennifer Zivion. Yes. Fantastic You. There's one special person I'm always with. Can you guess who? So I'm going to give myself the same love and kindness that I give the people I love. Loving others makes me happy, and loving myself does too. When I wake up, I give myself a smile to start the day off right. And when I talk or think to myself, I choose kind and positive words. Hello, awesome. If something goes wrong and I say something negative, like, I'll never be good enough, I stop myself and say something more encouraging. It's okay. I just need more practice and patience. I can cheer myself on. I can do this. And I can cheer myself up, like when I've been waiting all week to go to the beach. And then I can't. Oh. I cheer myself up by closing the curtains and putting on a shadow puppet show, building a fort, or giving myself a chocolate milk mustache. When cheering myself up doesn't help, I try not to keep feelings inside. I talk to someone, write a letter, poem or story, or draw a picture, and I tell my heart it's going to be okay. Sometimes loving me means I stand up for myself. That's when I roar like a lion, walk away, or tell someone. And when I'm sick or just having a bad day, it's especially important to give myself extra love. I can snuggle with my softest blanket, cuddle with my favorite lovey, or take an extra long, extra bubbly bath. If I mess up, I say sorry. I do what I can to help make things right, even if it's an accident. Then I remember to forgive myself. Instead of feeling bad about what I did, I remind myself, everyone makes mistakes. I'll do better next time. Just like every person on the planet, I have my unique gifts and less than perfect bits, all mixed together. That's why I'm a work in progress, just like everyone else. The world is full of amazing ups and downs. I get to experience it with all the people I love. Sometimes with my family, sometimes with my friends, but always, always with me. There's a special person you're going to be with your whole life. Can you guess who? Wonderful, awesome, fantastic you. And that's Fantastic You. I thought it was a great book. It had the notes to parents and caregivers at the end and teach helpful self-talk. It's one of those things that self-talk is huge, is something that, you know, we're never too old to learn how to talk to ourselves in a kinder way. And it's definitely something that is something I have to work on every day. That's why I give myself a high five now every day in the morning when I first start. And I really work at adding that little word yet, that I don't know it yet, or I haven't done it yet, or I haven't figured it out yet, or it's not quite good enough yet. But I'm really working on it. I hope each one of you will think about that, because I sure think each of you is a fantastic you. And I know you guys have always wonderful things to say about me, but I want you to say those wonderful things about yourself too. That's an amazing thing. Yeah, really beautiful illustrations in that one. It is really cute. It's just nice, soft, wonderful, wonderful kind of book. Now, the next book, the next book is by Susan Verde and the art's by Peter Reynolds, which we've seen books you'll recognize as soon as the front. And I don't have Susan Verde's site up because when I went to click on it, it said it was not, there was, it was not secure and could have been, and I just wasn't going to go there. But we've seen her things before, and Peter Reynolds, he did the book Ish and the pencil, all those different kinds of, the pencil I think it was too, and oh, wonderful. You'll recognize the illustrations, the artwork right off the bat when this one, yeah, self-talk makes us or breaks us. We need to talk aloud to ourselves. If we hear the words, it helps it to sink in. Absolutely, Fatima. Yes. Yes. That is so right. And it's amazing when we get those little ants, those automatic negative thoughts in our heads that just kind of go at it. Those they don't have any validity. They're we can choose to believe them or not to believe them, and I choose not to and go on with better things to say about myself. It makes me happier. It makes me believe I can do some things that I probably am just doing so, but it's still having fun. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I do. Self-talk makes us or breaks us. Yeah. That's what this is about. So the next book. Yeah, here we go. This is I Am Love, a book of compassion. And oh man, compassion is it's such an important thing that when we learn, when I would teach and things to try to get kids to understand about compassion and caring, and it's just a really good thing to have. And this book, I think you'll like it. Susan Verde says, "This book is my love letter to the world, as each one of us is worthy of love in all its forms and expressions. And we are all capable of adding light to the world when we listen to hear our hearts and choose love." I love that. Choosing love. And then Peter Reynolds. Oops. There. See if I get to there we go. Went too many pages. When I see someone going through a storm of hurt and unfairness, of anger and sadness, when the sun disappears and the skies grow dark, and I see there is fear, I ask myself, what can I do to help let the light back in? I put my hands on my heart and listen, and that is where I find the answer. I have compassion. I act with tenderness. I am love. I can listen and not say a word. I can be there. Love is being present. I can hug and hold and say, everything will be all right. Love is comfort. I can speak softly and choose my words and actions carefully. Love is gentle. I can give thanks for all I have and am able to share. Love is gratitude. I can keep my mind and body safe and healthy. Love is taking care of me. I can express what's important to me. Love is creative. I can know that no one is perfect. Love is understanding. I can do my best to make things better when something is wrong. Love is effort. I can celebrate those I've loved before. Love is remembering. I can find goodness in a kind word, a helping hand, or a shared smile. Love is tiny gestures. I can breathe in the air that the whole world shares and know all creatures are made of the very same stardust. Love is connection. When the clouds roll in, for others and for me, I know there is something I can do. I can let my heart lead the way. I am love. You are love. We are love. And with love, we will weather the storm and light up the sky together. She says in her author's note, love is everywhere. It is inside us all and all around us, and there are so many ways it can be shared and expressed. But sometimes things happen in life that can make us feel afraid, sad, frightened, or helpless, and our ability to find love can get lost. I Am Love is an exploration of the many ways love exists and an affirmation of how once we listen to our hearts and find the love within ourselves, we can share it with the world and find connection and compassion. My hope is that this book will inspire conversations with our children about love in its expressions and about how we are not helpless, but in fact have the power to make the world more beautiful when we come from a place of love. She says, as a kids yoga and mindfulness teacher, I often look to these practices to help kids cope with the heavy emotions they feel. They're very simple exercises that children help, and so she has some exercises, yoga exercises that she uses, and heart meditation. And that heart meditation, when you put, that's an actual scientific thing, when you put your hands on your heart and you press and you breathe in, it activates the parasympathetic system in your body, and it activates the dopamine. It's pretty cool. It's scientifically proven. And Linda probably knows the quote on that one, but not me. I just know I've read it. I just looked at it again, but that the parasympathetic, simply by doing this, pressing on it and breathing 3 or 4 times and thinking, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is pretty amazing. Yeah. So back here, I just, what do you guys have to say? Oh, love the illustrations. Yay. So there's just one other thing I want to read tonight, and it's not a book. It's a poem. And let me find the picture of the book, if I can, please. I had it in, where did I have it? There. I'll pull it in. Recents. Oh, maybe I don't. Nope, I guess I don't. It's in a book called, let me see if I can find it. Back. There we go. Here it is. Dictionary for a Better World. All right, here. I'll take you to it. There we go. Dictionary for a Better World. Now, this is a longer book, and it's not one that it's got several chapters and stuff, but I love the illustration. It's by Irene Latham and Charles Waters, and illustrated by Merdokakt Amini. I know I butchered that terribly. And I loved the fact that it had this quote from Rumi, and I am a huge Rumi fan. If all you can do is crawl, start crawling. And then the other part was, it is in your hands to create a better world for all who live in it. Now, this was a book that I was looking at to see if I wanted to read to you guys, but as you'll see in my next picture here, it's got a lot in it. And it has everything. It's like I said, it said poems, quotes, and anecdotes from A to Z. All right. So it has all of this stuff. 26, and some of them, like, except A has 2 letters. C has 3 pieces. D has 3. So it doesn't just sit with just 2 things. But it starts with something that I really wanted to share with you guys. It starts with a poem. And it's not a normal poem. It's an Abecedarian, which means that each line starts with the next letter in the alphabet. And that can be kind of sometimes, but in this situation, oh my gosh, it is beautiful. So I'm going to scoot this over just a bit so I can see. And so I wanted to share with you because I just love this poem. Words for a Better World. Awash in attempts to help cool our fevered world, we begin simply with words. We savor syllables, consider history and meaning. We forge ahead with determination, trying to do what's right, though each step is filled with uncertainty. For what is more powerful, more dangerous than words? What gathers us, divides us, like these letters, and how we arrange them? How can we use words to improve ourselves and inspire mindfulness in the hearts of others without perpetuating fears, misunderstandings? Just try, a small voice whispers. So we listen and share. We ponder karma and courage, tenacity and hope. We unspool our lives, remembering triumphs and failures. We write, making poems that celebrate acceptance, freedom, respect, building each necessary step to show more compassion and gratitude. Our stories put a spotlight on making friends and losing them, about past mistakes and what we're learning in this never-ending quest to change the world. We challenge ourselves with new forms. Roundel, charita, limerick, shandorma. We abandon our complacency, search within ourselves for how we can be change makers, not thinking we have all the answers. Now we listen to opposing views with an open spirit. Thinking we have all the answer, understanding takes time. We must be patient as our new vocabulary takes root, trusting that change will one day bloom. We're unsure, yet unwilling to bring our authentic selves to you, not some Xeroxed copy of who we wish to be. This is our moment. Please join us. You can start with any words you choose. Read with empathy and zest. Zoom into each new moment, ready to bring your best self to the world. Yeah, I like that one. Only goofed it once on that. Ah, hi Tamra. Oh, yay. I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, you're a Rumi fan too. I have a wonderful book over there that my friend gave me. I had a Rumi calendar 1 year of daily things. Just find his work and his writings fascinating, and the fact that so much of his work was lost, and still what we have is pretty amazing. Yes, so I hope you guys liked that poem, Words for a Better World. It was one of those things that I wanted to share, and that's, tonight, just some things, that poem, Fantastic You, and I Am Love. 3 things that I felt were important to share and that this group would love to hear. You guys all know that I think you're all fantastic. I appreciate you and that self-talk you give yourselves, and Words for a Better World. We make a difference. We do in each other's lives and in those lives we touch. And I think that that's a little giant thing that we can just keep doing bit by bit and day by day. That book looks like it's worth having in one's life. I'm just getting started on reading it. There's poems here. I'll show you just so you get a chance to kind of see. So the artwork, some of the artwork is done in collage. So it'll have a poem and then maybe a little bit extra stuff with it. And the authors have comments that they have about different things and other quotes. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. I may have to add some to this. Oop, there's one on compassion, which we just read a book. It says, "Pink light winks through blue curtains. How silent saves mama's hacking. So I leap up, wake, dress, feed my sister. Together we sleep. Together we steep mama in hugs and blankets. Whisper, sing, we love you, feel better. Then walk to the bus stop holding hands the whole way." She says, "I'm a word person, so the nuances and difference between words matter to me. And for many years, I thought of compassion as a feeling, as a way of looking with tenderness and understanding at the suffering of others. Compassion is that, but it's also more. It's about action. Compassion is delivering sandwiches to homeless people. Compassion is sending in a donation. Compassion is giving your favorite coat to someone who's shivering. Basically, it's leaving people just a little bit better than the way you found them. I still get teary-eyed sometimes when I remember others reached out to me with compassion after my father died. People I hardly knew sent me poems, shared with me memories of my father, and gave me hugs. Compassion doesn't need to be a grand gesture. In fact, it is often the smallest moments of connection that carry us through the tough times. Try it." And then she has Julius Lester. Oh, Strange New. Julius Lester has written some really good books. We do not need to understand to feel the pain of another. We do not need to understand to share the joy of another. There is nothing we need to understand to be compassionate with each other. Julius Lester, This Strange New Feeling, 3 Love Stories from Black History. He's written some wonderful kids' books also. Oh my goodness, I may just have to keep this book checked out or get it and just sprinkle it in here and there. Oh, Tamara, we're gonna get ready to go anyway. I'm just finishing. I'm sorry, Tamara. You guys, let's send Tamara all some healing energy and virtual hugs. Can't be there with you, but we can think and send you out just as much healing as we possibly can. Tamara, we love you bunches. All right, you guys, that's it for tonight with the stories for Story and Art. I hope you enjoyed those. Those were ones I really wanted to share, and I hope they rung true or spoke to you in a little way. Yeah. And until next time, you guys, give yourselves that high five. That's important. I almost forgot this morning, and my day started out kind of, and then I figured it out and did it. Got it taken care of, and I was much better. And now it's ending with you guys, and that is outstanding. So give yourself a high five, and then go and keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around. But the first place you'll find it is when you go look in the mirror. And I'll see you Sunday for show and tell and story time. See you then, guys. In the heat of the night,
fearless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous. We could be famous. Come and be famous. You blow my mind, looking like a model, better than the usual. Yeah, you don't even try, not average or typical. I put you on a pedestal. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by